Kababayan Today, let's get to know the Asians and Pacific Islanders with Disabilities of California, or APIDC, which gives a voice and a face to Asians and Pacific Islanders, or APIs, with physical, mental, and developmental disabilities. Joining us to discuss an event that the APIDC is having is Rachel Estuar, isa pong kababayan natin who advocates for causes ranging from civil rights for Filipinos, other Asians, and a growing number of marginalized populations to improving access to quality health care. Shortly after turning 40, she actually went through an ongoing series of medical tests that helped her with the early detection and treatment of breast cancer, thyroid cancer, and pancreatic condition. Kasama niya dito si Brian McGrath, who is a student at Pasadena City College, who sustained brain and spinal cord injuries in a serious motorcycle accident and was told it would require 7 months of hospitalization, but he returned to school eventually, faced tremendous challenges due to memory, concentration, balance, endurance effects from the accident, but he is here to share his story and why you all need to be a part of this event that's coming up. Hello, Rachel and Brian.
Hello,
Hi.
thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for being here. Let's briefly talk about why you decided to be a part of this organization. Rachel?
Right. I just recently joined APIDC to help them with this particular conference that only happens every 5 years. This year, we are all celebrating the passing of the Americans with Disabilities Act, a very, very important law. And so we're going to be talking a lot about the rights of people with disabilities at the conference. We're going to be having some people from different departments in the federal and state departments who have been serving people with disabilities.
Okay, let's talk about this law just briefly. Right. For our kababayans that don't know about this, ano ba yung law na yan?
Sorry.
It's okay.
This is not something which is my
feel.
Yeah,
I
probably
understand.
won't be.
Okay, so basically what it means is this law goes to effect saying that everybody has a right to services here in America.
Actually, yes, absolutely. There are access issues as well as accommodations that are available when you are determined to be disabled, whether it's temporary or long-term disability.
Okay, let's talk about this, especially in our community as kababayans, as a Filipino. Sometimes when we have either family members or ourselves that have a disability, ikinakahiya yun, 'di ba? Na hindi naman dapat. And we should be open about this and talk about this, right? So Brian, I want to understand your story. I know you were in a motorcycle accident. Yes. Can you share with us how that was like recuperating for you and how that really, didn't stop you from pursuing education?
Yeah, well, it was a big ordeal. It was I had to relearn pretty much everything, because I damaged the right frontal lobe of my brain, and so that affected my speaking ability, my cognitive hand-eye coordination, my reasoning ability. Like I would fly off the handle for little things, and so I had to relearn how to walk, eat, talk, sleep, think, and drink, basically all over again. And so it was a good challenge. I think, it was probably the best thing to ever happen to me. And so it made me a stronger person, both physically and mentally and spiritually.
Okay, and obviously, you're in Pasadena City College right now. You're pursuing your education, and you're very active with this organization. Yes. Why are you so passionate to share your story with others?
Because I think just maybe not my whole story, but some facet of my story can really give someone else hope. Because when I was in the when I first came down with the brain injury, it almost like I never gave up hope, and then I just don't want other people to think that there's no hope. I remember a doctor telling me specifically that as long as I follow their guidelines, I'm going to be able to walk down the street with someone who isn't a doctor or a therapist, and they're not going to be able to tell that I have had sustained a brain injury.
And you walked into our studio exactly how you described it. You are living testimony that you really, with access to doctors and information, you can overcome this disability or any disability. Rachel, let's talk about this event that's happening. Kailan siya at saan?
Okay, so APIDC is having an event this March 18th and 19th. That's a Friday and a Saturday. And what we're trying to do is really reach out to the Asian and Pacific Islander communities or populations who have disabilities and their families and anyone who has been supporting them. There have been aides, of course, and people, professionals who work with them. And we know there's a lot of stigma and maybe some stereotypes that are attached to looking at a person with disability or even just Asian and Pacific Islanders. And we really want to be able to have that dialogue. And this forum, this conference, allows us to have that dialogue, talk about the issues that are very unique and the needs that need to be addressed.
Yes, at lalo na dito sa ating komunidad, kailangan pag-usapan natin yan, di ba, Rachel?
Yeah.
Oo, lalong-lalo na, alam mo, tayong mga kababayan, minsan nahihiya tayo. We can speak up, you know, we can learn, we can educate ourselves on how we can help our loved ones and our family members. Unfortunately, we've ran out of time, but thank you so much, Brian, for your time, for coming here. And Rachel, thank you so much for sharing this information with all of you. Sana po supportahan natin itong event na to. For more information, you can make sure to check out the website. Can you share that with us briefly?
Yes, the website you can go to is APIDisabilities.net.
All right.
And you'll see the Eventbrite page, and you can just register early, and we'll make sure that you get in.
All right, wonderful. Thank you so much. Have a great day. At magbabalik tayo dito sa Kababayan Today.